Hello everyone, welcome to another race with the Everyday Zwifter. Today we're doing the 3-yard Tempus Fugit Flat Race. Flat race equals full aero setup. 36 Cat C riders, A's and B's and D's as well on the track. They'll join us from the right. Right on, let's get going. Important to get a fast start. Look at Matt Higgins go, he's definitely looking for the front group. 8.8 watt a kilo at one point. And Nakamu there, he's just finished a crit, so it'd be interesting to see how he goes. He's a B rider. Used to be in C's, but has moved up to B's recently. Pretty fast start. Looking at the mini map, it's very strung out. Just waiting for those gaps to appear. Hanging on to the front group so far. There's a little rise here. It's going to separate the stronger from the weak. Looks like it's thinning out where I am. Managing to hang on to the front group so far. Still putting out forward a kilo. Never a good sign when you look behind though. Starting to feel it. One little burst, see if I can hang on. And now I'm starting to see it stretch out and the front is starting to get away from me. Still on the lead in, mind you. And about now I decide, nope, time to kick the clutch in. If those, I think it was about 3 or 4 C's in that front group, if they can hang with those A's and B's, good luck to them. I'm going to save some matches for later in the race. So I'm going to hang back around the 200 watt, 3 watt a kilo level. Look for the second group on the road and see if I can hang with them. Hopefully it's not like my last race at LaGuardia where I fell back to the 3rd or 4th group on the road. Anticipating this to be hard because we're riding with the A's and B's as well. So they're obviously driving the pace at the front. A couple of B's and C's coming up. So it should be a reasonably quick group still. There's only 6 of them though, so not going to be that large a group. Hopefully we can mop up some of the people in front though, and if we get a larger group, hopefully we'll be able to mop up any struggles that fall off the back of the front group. That's my plan anyway. On the minimap looks to be another group of B's and possibly C's. About 3 seconds behind by the look of it. Just coming up to the start-finish line, which marks the end of the lead-in. And now we're on to our 1 lap proper, 17.2 kilometres. For this group, we're sort of just recovering from the start by the look of it. We're not pushing much over 3 watt a kilo. And that's allowing the group behind who are pushing mid 3s, the odd 4, to catch up. They're just at 2 seconds now and closing. Looks like there's another group again behind them. So it's a very interesting race with multiple groups now spread out across the course. It'll be interesting to see who has the speed. All right, here come the early birds. The two groups joined together. They almost catch me just looking around, looking at the mini-map, and their speed has picked up the speed in our group, and I've nearly missed the increase, and just have to up the watts a bit, make sure I catch on as well. So with catching a couple in front and the group coming up from behind, we're quite a sizable group now. And that's going to put the pressure on the group behind, who are within 7 seconds. But now we've got a bit more speed with a bigger group and some more motivated riders. And we're going to stick together as this group for much of the race. A couple of stretches out every now and then, but no one gets away, and I don't think anyone drops off. And surprisingly, even after just finishing a dinner of fish and chips half an hour ago, as of yet, I don't feel like hurling. The legs actually feel half decent, which is not what they felt like yesterday doing the LaGuardia race. And who likes the new pack dynamics? I like them quite a lot. The riding seems to have really smoothed out, and the riders aren't darting from side to side. Even at fast forward speeds like this, it's very smooth and quite nice to watch. That front group seems to have disappeared. As we come around here on the mini map, you'll see them just on our left. So we're not that far behind. No one's dropped off though. Those 3 or 4 C's in that front group are hanging on very well. My heart rate's stabilised around the 160, which is pretty good. Breathing's eased up, which is good. And the legs are feeling half good too, so looking to make an impression. Pretty confident I'll be able to stick with this group to the end now. And this other group that were behind us up to about 11 seconds, I think. There's a few of them, probably a couple of the B riders putting the power down, and they're about to join us. Here's the first one. AHDR. So now we are double the size of the group. Probably, what is it, 20 riders? So I'm just going to sit back now and let those B riders power off the front. I'm not going to be much use unless they ease off every now and then. And I'm going to sit in the draft and save as much energy as I can for what's going to be a sprint finish. There goes Rock. We must be in a cave. There's my Canyon Aero Road and Zip 808 wheels, full aero for this course. So not a lot of separation in the groups on these flat races. If you like bunch riding, these are the kind of races for you. If you like sprint finishes, it looks like these are the kind of races for you. It'd be interesting to do one of these with just C riders only and see how we all stacked up. It is fun to mix it with the Bezo and see what it takes. I'll have to jump into a B level race at one stage and see how hard that is. Does anyone watch Mark Lewis? I've watched some of his videos of how he became an above average rider. So I'd be tempted just to jump into one of his races one stage and see how he goes. There goes the A's and B's and a couple of C's for their sprint finish. We've got 1.5 kilometres to go. Thinking about pack placement now, making sure I stay toward the middle, not off the back too far. So I'm on the back now. Just going to be moving up consciously so I can see the front of the race and respond if anyone goes off. Back into real time now. I think it's a 500 metre sprint marker, so it's quite long and there's a slight uphill, so you don't want to go too early. Just watching and waiting who's going to be going first. It'll be me if it gets to 200 metres. Anioka-san giving us the wave there from the front left. No one's going long. 0.5 kilometres. Someone on the left looked like they were going, but they're just rolling to the front. And noticing in the middle, Nakamura-san, he's off and sprinting. He's just done a crit, so I don't know what he's got in the legs. It's time for me to go. I managed to punch out over 12 watt a kilo. I'm very happy with that, and this sprint actually felt really good. Felt really strong, and I was able to hit all the way to the finish. This little rise there, just slip a gear back, keep punching up the little hill, and there we go, managed to get the best of the rest. 33rd in the race, 3 watt a kilo, which surprisingly is the same power almost as the LaGuardia race where I felt terrible. So thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed that. Yeah, good fun flat race riding with the bunch, and if you're any kind of sprinter you'll enjoy those finishes as you all come in together. So well done Matt Higgins, came in second in C's. Next time I hope I can get a bit closer to you. Thanks for watching everyone, hope you enjoyed that, and we'll see you in the next race. Bye for now.